So this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy, and I want to talk about the 2024 U.S. presidential debate, Republican debate. All right. So let's get all the way there. All right. So what I want to talk about today is the absolute proven lesson from the debate. And I want to talk about the format of the debate and how it could be watched and the experience I had watching the debate and how it proves one thing. Young voters will not matter in this election. Time and time and time and time and time again, young voters have proven that they are not engaged and they are not going to vote, right? And the reason why I say this is I think it's really critical Vivek targets his message to 35 to 85 demographic. Americans who are 35 to 85. I don't think anybody under 35 is going to vote. And here's why, right? First of all, watching the debate was horrible. It was a horrible experience from the getting to the point where I was watching the debate. Actually, the debate itself, I didn't really have any objections with the questions. I didn't have any objections with the camera work. The actual question, the people who gave the questions, the interviewers. I thought Fox News did an actually absolutely phenomenal job with the debate. But watching the debate was an unbelievable nightmare, which all of America should be ashamed of. First of all, this was incredibly important. This was the Republican debate to see who were going to take this country forward now that President Donald Trump has told us he's not even capable of a debate. He's certainly not capable of leading, right? If you can't debate your peers, you shouldn't lead, period, right? Politicians talk and politicians overcome obstacles. If you can't overcome the obstacle of standing in front of a podium and talking sharply to other candidates who are talking sharply to you, then you certainly cannot handle the presidency, right? And the reality is, I think, and Donald Trump there's a lot of pressure on him. I get it from external sources to run for president, but I think subconsciously he was telling all of us, please let me stay at home in Mar-a-Lago, and I don't want to say play golf because I don't think he's really going to be moving a lot in his 80s, right? But let me stay on the porch and drink sweet tea down in Florida. I don't think he wants the gig. I really don't, right? He ain't ready for it, period. Done. End of sentence, right? So, but let's get all the way there, okay? All right, so here's the issue. So I wanted to watch the debate, right? Now, the reality is this should just stream on YouTube for free, right? What on earth is the point of putting this behind a paywall, right? Now, here's the problem. I don't actually have regular television. I haven't had regular television since 2001. Everything I watch is through a streaming service, right? So before the debate, I had a guest who came for the debate to watch it with me, and I went on and made sure that on Amazon Prime I could reach Fox Live Now. I think it's one of the many channels. I read an article and said it would be on every Fox platform. It did not come on at 9 p.m. So here we are. I scrambled and got it working on my desktop computer, and then I had three people, me and two other people that were watching it, jammed in a corner around my desktop until someone there actually got it going on a laptop, and then HDMI'd the laptop to the screen. But I missed the whole first part where Nikki Haley went against Vivek Ramaswamy, and I missed the whole section where they talked about rich men from Richmond, right? And it was a very terrible experience for me and my guests, right? And the reason why is the only way you could watch this is if you are some kind of ancient mummy who can turn on Fox News in your house with a channel clicker. What? I ain't Benjamin Franklin, man. I ain't got like a kite waiting for an electrical bolt to hit a key. Like, what the heck, right? This thing should have streamed on YouTube for free. Everybody in the world can access YouTube, it should, and frankly, it should have streamed on every streaming service for free, right? And just kept the Fox logo on it. The fact that they were like, oh, you gotta drag out your Victrola and put your ear up and turn the crank, it was unbelievable. And what did it take to actually watch this? Well, what it took was you actually had to you had to go on a computer and send them your email. Then it was free and you could watch it after you had sent them their email. Now, to tell the truth, I have no problem with sending them my email. The problem is, I know for a fact no young person would have done any of this, right? They're expecting TikTok, right? They're like, hey, I click on TikTok. TikTok's got literally a mountain of content that I can never get through, right? And so the Republicans trying to get Americans to see their candidates, right? We're like, we don't care if nobody who can't watch a regular television watches this, which what they were saying is we do not care if any young person in the nation sees this. And they were right? I don't think anybody under the age of 35 saw this. It was absurdly difficult to watch. So the reality is, this is where we're at. We've landed in a place where, it was outrageously difficult to watch the debate, and I had a very poor experience watching it as I actually turned it on, which was very upsetting and for me and my experience, but also just the idea that there's no possibility anybody was really getting what they needed out of this. So very, very bad experience just getting to the point where I could watch it. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you when you get in the comments below and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and may God bless you and yours.